Alright, so I did some checking on what I would need to stabilize that alternator. And I've got a little short piece of metal here that's been laying around for a while. I don't even know where this came from. It could have come off of a trailer or something around here. I tend to save stuff. Anyway, this is strong enough and about the right size to stretch between the bolt hole on the front and the bolt hole on the back of that alternator. Now, I also went on Marketplace and looked to see if anyone local had a drill press, just because doing what I'm doing right now is so much easier if you have a drill press. It can be done this way, but this is just harder. And the biggest, thing is to line the hole up so that you wind up just having to drill one hole instead of having to drill a bunch of holes. And I believe this is pretty darn close right here. I did a mark with a piece of soapstone, and then I did a measurement, and then I, did this and that and the other thing to try to get a pretty good idea of what I needed to do where and make it work. And I'm convinced that I'm drilling a hole in the right place. So we're going to continue with this. Y'all feel free to watch me if you want to. If one of them guys were to call, there's two of them for sale. Actually, there's three. I know for a fact one of the guys works all day, but I talked to him before. He's not home till late tonight. To be honest with you, I don't want to wait till late tonight. If I got to wait till late tonight, I might as well go ahead and do what I'm doing now and drill it myself. The other guy lives way over on the other side of Toccoa, which is more than an hour. And then there's one guy that lives right over in Ivor. Now, if that guy called and he was home, I could be over in Ivor in about 20 minutes. Throw it in the back of my car and be back and have the back here and all set up and ready to drill in less than an hour. And I would do that just to save myself the trouble. Although, having said that, once I drill my starter hole, it'll go pretty quick. I got a pretty good little bit to drill with here. But I do want, Honey Baby bought me for Christmas a saw, a little table saw. And it's one of those new little lightweight Ryobi's. It's probably a pretty cheap saw, but when I was over at Josh's house and we built that porch, he had a new little, I don't know if it was cheap or not, but it was a new little table saw. The old table saws weigh, I don't know, about 150 pounds. And although they are old, you get a good one that works good, you got a good one that works good. But I didn't move mine when I moved down here because it was so heavy. That thing made about the 40s. And I used that one Josh had, and it worked real slick. So I thought, well, it'd be worth the investment to get me one that worked good. But so that's what I did. She asked me what I wanted for Christmas. I said I wanted one of them. Let me get another drill bit here. Heard somebody outside, Honey Baby talking to the dog, I think, talking to Daisy. Y'all going somewhere? Okie dokie, have a good trip. Battery went dead. Oh yeah.
See you in a bit.
Okie dokie. These little drills are hard to drill with sometimes because you can't tighten them up like the kind that used to have a key. Hard to get them tight enough to do any real good drilling. But these blades are good and sharp, so they're working pretty good so far. This one will be kind of a big leap. In fact, that's all the way to the size I want there. Maybe I can get it to work. Making pretty good progress. heat it and burn it up. I got a drill sharpener, and I also got about 500,000 drills. A lot of them are down in the other barn. So this one's doing a pretty good job. So I got me a hole now, let's see. I need to be big enough for that size bolt to go through. They are. So now what I'm going to do is get my grinder and cut this off down here and round it off up here. And I'm just going to believe that I drilled my hole in the right place. But once I take that off of there, it's going to be a little bit hard to work with because I'm going to be balancing the alternator in my hands while I'm putting this on. I tell you what, I've used this vise so much, Rusty Acres gave me. It sure has come in handy. I'm going to go on the belief that I did this right and go ahead and cut it off and paint it before I put it on there. Because like I said before, it's too difficult to balance holding the alternator and making it fit and everything to do it more than once. So I'm going to cut it right here and then I'll smooth the edges off. Could put it in there the other way, that way after I cut it I can trim the edges too, like that. That way I can work it from out here when this part falls off. Holy joy. Y'all sitting right so you can see me there? Hope so. I could probably have done a better job of that if I used my fat bladed grinder wheel, but you know, sometimes I just use what I got in my hand because I get hurried. I'm wearing hearing aids, by the way. My honey baby gave me her old hearing aids. Mine got to where they didn't seem like they were working anymore. I think what's happened is I'm going deafer. So my old hearing aid just wasn't powerful enough anymore. She's more hard of hearing than me, and she got some new hearing aids, so she gave me her old ones. They work pretty good, but sometimes I hear voices in my head, and I think my hearing aids might be picking up some radio wave or something. I don't know. I suppose I could use that for an excuse to why I'm walking around talking to myself sometimes, but the reality is it's just the way I'm made. Now I'm going to spray this here. I did this the other day and I got overspray all over my camera stand. It was pretty and shiny and new. Well, it's got some scratches on it, but you know, oh well, things do get dirty. I guess I'll walk around back and get my paint. I got something back there to be good for this. I'll let y'all wait for me. Okay. Drill off. Be right back. guess I'll do the shake it up dance here since I'm going to be spraying some paint. That's not going to be. Sometimes the paint can don't want to work. You have to scrape the old paint off the nozzle. Ready? That's going to take a little while to dry, so we'll leave that there. We'll go look at other things we want to do. I need to find the key to my back barn. I locked it up before I left and got back, couldn't remember where I put the key. That's how I roll, buddy. Got a memory like mine, you gotta get creative sometimes to figure out what you've been doing and what you've done. Oh, joy. So there is another thing I could have done to shorten up the drying time. I could have hung this on a piece of wire like that right there and then sprayed it that way, because otherwise you got your flat side laying down on something. When you flip it over, if there's any wet paint, the wet paint's going to stick to that. I should have done that to start with. Now if I get my angle just right, you notice my drill's down there, I can get overspray on my drill and just make it look like, you know, just make it look a lot more professional, like it's seen some usage, you know. So let's see if we can kill two stones with one bird here. Oh, joy. Speaking of overspray, I'm pretty sure I oversprayed enough on there to make the paint drip off, which means I created a good opportunity to get some runs. Oh well. A lot of times on these paint cans, if you turn them upside down and spray them, the paint thinner in the can will run to the top. You get to spray out a little paint thinner, and then the paint thinner goes through this little head thing, this little gizmo nozzle thing here, so that it's not as likely to hard up and up in there, so you don't ever be able to get paint out of it again. The other thing I like to do is wipe off that part right there, otherwise you'll get paint. Paint will dry on that and you won't ever be able to get stuff out of it again. So I went down and found my key, unlocked the garage, checked on the golf cart, and the charger is working. I'm going to walk away from this again because, like I said before, if I start messing with it, I'm bad about not being patient enough to let paint dry. And I can see or tell or feel by the way I'm feeling that I could very easily just walk right over there and try to poke that thing on there, and then what would happen? Oh, I don't know, we'd get paint all over our fingers, wouldn't we? Yep. I suppose I could wangle myself in there and get that grill out that I dropped, and I could put back went and bought me some soapstone the other day. I've been out of soapstone for a little while. Put that soapstone back in my welding drawer. Pick this drill up, take this drill bit out. I don't need to walk y'all through everything I need to do to bring things back into order around here. But I could, but it don't make very good videos, so I'm going to stop this now. Hope you're having a good day wherever you're at, and if you ain't, get over it. That's what I got to say.